Hey guys, Tiffany with another video, and as you guys saw in the title, this is going to be another one of my top 5 videos. Now, just in case you guys are unfamiliar with what the whole top 5 series is, don't worry, I'll leave a link right here to the playlist so you guys can go back, check out some of the other videos within this series. Really quickly, I want to say before I start this video, thank you guys so much for all your comments in my top 5 series videos, because you guys are giving me some great suggestions on what you want to see the top 5 in. So keep it coming. I'm listening and I'm trying to get those videos out to you guys as soon as possible, because I say all the time, this would not work without you guys. So thank you so much for the great feedback. Keep it coming. But this particular video is all about my top 5 favorite powder foundations. I am a fan of powder foundation. You guys hear me say all the time that I don't always like the whole caked on makeup look. I'm all about just putting on some brows, some mascara, some concealer, some powder highlighter, and going about, did I say powder highlighter? Child, what you talking about? I'm really not as glamorous as I come to y'all on camera. Like in real life, I am not this glamorous. Ask the people who have ran across me like in the malls and things like that. Child, okay, I usually just have on some brows. Of course, y'all know I'm gonna keep my brows done. Throw on some liner, some mascara, put on some concealer, some powder foundation, and maybe a lipstick, and I go on about my business. So I really am a fan of great powder foundations. So I decided to go ahead, put my top 5 together and show you guys. I will say that one of them I don't have to show, but I'm gonna just show a picture on the screen because I think I left it in Texas. I was just in Texas a couple of weeks ago. I took it with me and I think I may have left it in the hotel, sadly, but I do plan on going back and picking it up. But yeah, let's get started. So the first foundation that I have to show you guys is from Urban Decay. If you guys are familiar with my channel, I know you've heard me talk about this powder before. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. Here's what the packaging looks like. It's mirrored, so I don't really want to blind you, but I have mine in the shade Dark Warm. Now the compact does come with a really nice size mirror, as well as it comes with like a little powder sponge. I don't know where mine is because I never used it because I don't apply my foundation with powder sponge, but if you do, they do include one in there for you. But here is how the powder foundation looks. Now the shade that I have is one of the newer shades, because at some point like a little while ago they decided to include more shades, and they did give a wider variety and range for the deeper shades. So I really do appreciate Urban Decay for that. But I love this powder because to me it has some really great coverage. Now if you want to just use this lightly as basically just like a setting powder to finish off your makeup look, you can do that. But I also love the fact that this again works well as just a complete powder foundation. I really feel like it works best if you use like a flat top brush, like a flat top kabuki brush. I know e.l.f. has a really good one, but I love just putting the flat top brush in here and then just pressing the powder onto my face. So if I'm going to use it as just more of a finishing powder, and really that's how I do all of these powders. If I only want to use them to basically just like set my makeup and use it as a finishing powder, I'll use a fluffier brush. But if I'm going to be applying these as the only foundation on my face, I like to use a flat brush. I just put it in here and then again just press that powder into my face. The coverage of this is really good. They have lots of different shade ranges within the Urban Decay Naked Powder Foundation, and it's just one of my favorites. I love it. The next powder foundation that I really love is a drugstore powder. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 16-Hour Wear Powder. Here is how the packaging looks. I have mine in the shade 700 Classic Tan. And then here is the powder. This is the powder that I used on my face today. I love this. If you are combination oily and you are looking for like a really good affordable powder, do not sleep on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder, because this stuff to me works just as good as some of my higher price powder foundations that I'm going to show you guys. Now the one thing I will say though, if you're of a deeper skin tone, as always when it comes to drugstore makeup, you may not find your exact shade, because I think they only have two shades for like women of color, I believe, but don't quote me on that. But this shade matches me perfectly. Again, the coverage of it is really good. It's really great for my combo oily skin. I never feel like I have to touch this up, and it just has an amazing finish to it. Love it. Now the next powder that I have to show you guys was actually my introduction to the makeup powder foundation world. This is from MAC. It's their Studio Fix powder. I have mine in the shade NW43. That's what the packaging looks like. And then here is the NW43, y'all. I rise with this powder. I've had this powder for quite a while. I don't know, I know there's like time frames to makeup when you're supposed to throw this stuff out, but I use this stuff faithfully, and I'm telling you, it seems like I'm never going to hit pan and I'm never going to hit the bottom of this. I love this powder. Now one thing about MAC, they do carry like all shades, so no matter what your skin tone is, you should be able to go in and find something to match you. They're not like the most expensive brand, but you know, it's MAC, so you're gonna pay a little bit of coin. But I will say that I love this powder so much. Out of all of my powders, this one is the one that like I'm guaranteed to take with me when I travel, because I know it's like a no-fail powder. The coverage of this is amazing. If you're looking for a powder to give you a flawless finish, to give you the finish as if you have on actual liquid foundation, this is the powder that's gonna do it. I love all of the powders that I'm showing you guys, don't get me wrong, but this one right here, like, it just has a special place in my heart because I know I can put this on and slay. Okay? I slay. And I slay. Like, I know that this is going to give me that Beyonce video extra type of feel, and I just love it. This next powder that I have to show you guys is another drugstore powder. It's from the brand Black Radiance. This is their Soft Focus finishing powder. That's what the packaging looks like. I have mine in the shade Creamy Bronze. And here is what it looks like. Now, of course, as you can see, this thing is huge. It has like no type of travel appeal. It has like no type of storage appeal. It's just huge. It's no getting around that. But I do really love this powder. They only have 3 shades in this. If you are of a lighter skin tone, you're probably not going to find your shade, because the 3 shades that they do have is catered for deeper skin tones. There is 1 shade lighter, then this is the middle shade, and then they have a shade that is deeper than this. I love this powder. It does a really great job. Now, I know they call it a finishing powder. It works great if you just want to, again, lightly apply it to basically keep your makeup in place and like set your makeup. But I also feel like this does a great job, especially for me in the summertime when I have a tan. This is a really great powder to use as just a powder foundation when I don't want to put all that other heavy cakey stuff on my face because it's too hot. Because this was probably the hottest summer in Savannah that I've ever endured. I wore this powder a lot. It just works really well. It has some great coverage. I don't feel like it lasts as long as some of the other ones that I've showed you, but just on those days where I know I wasn't going to be out too long, I was just kind of running to do something really quickly, I would love to throw this on. I think it's a really great powder for the price. Again, it doesn't last that long, so if you work like a 12-hour day, you're more than likely going to have to touch your powder up, so that is something to consider. But I do think it's a really great powder. And then the final powder that I have for you guys, again, is the one that I don't have to show you, so I'll include a picture on the screen, but it is the COVERGIRL Clean Matte Powder. I showed you guys that powder when I did the COVERGIRL Clean BB cream demo. If you guys have not seen that, I'll leave a link to it up here and you guys can check it out. That is when I purchased that powder, and the combination of those two was great to me, but I really found that I like using that powder on its own. It's a really great matte powder. Again, I'm combination oily. I don't know how it will work if you have more of a drier skin texture, but for me, when I get really oily, especially again in the summertime, it was super hot, and that was when I was wearing it all the time, which again is why I took it to Texas, because I knew it would stand up within the heat. Again, when it comes to drugstore, it can be really hard to find a powder for deeper skin tones. I want to say that one also only came in about 2 shades, which sucks. But I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that. But I just loved it again because I felt like it would definitely stand up within the heat. And it also just gives you a really great, like, evened out, healthy type of look. And I love it. Alright guys, so that is it for my top 5 powder foundations. Again, let me know what you guys are thinking of this series. Let me know any new suggestions that you have or what videos you want to see within this series. Personally, I am really enjoying doing this series because it really causes me to go through my makeup. I really have to like go through everything to be able to tell you guys like something in my top 5. To make it in my top 5, that's serious business. I can't just grab something off the shelf and be like, oh yeah, it's one of my top. No, I want to make sure that I bring you guys the things that I love and I know for sure will work. So again, let me know what you guys think of the video, and until next time, bye YouTube.